now let's meet the teams. For the starting
Grand Lake Health System proudly presents an NKTelco Sports production of high school varsity soccer action. We are here at Coldwater High School where the Lehman Catholic Cavaliers take on the Coldwater Cavaliers. Tonight's game is sponsored by American Trim, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, NKTelco, Frost Roofing, Hometown Opportunity, Mr. Bank, Fly Gem, Precision Strip, and Schmideman Pharmacy. Well, welcome everyone here to this WOSL battle here on Tuesday night in late August. The first game of the season for both Lehman and Coldwater, a battle of the Cavaliers. I'm Brandon Codeman, along with Dean Jackson. And Dean, it's going to be a very good contest tonight for both these teams. You know, Lehman seeking its 5th district appearance in 7 years. Coldwater floated around 500 last year with a 7-8-2 record. It should be a very good battle here.
Well, I don't think there's any question about that. First game out for both these teams, trying to see where they are on the season. A chance for these teams to finally get on the turf. It should be an interesting contest. You know, Lehman, of course. We'll get started with Lehman. Their keys: push the ball. They've got the power. They've got the experience. They've got a lot coming back. Be aggressive. They set the tone. Make Coldwater come to them and let the scorers score because they've got plenty of them.
Yeah, it looks like it'll be a good battle here. And Lehman's been known for their soccer around the area. For
Coldwater, they've got to stay patient. It's important for them to not get ahead of themselves. This is a program that's building. Didn't have a lot of success last year, as Brandon said, about 500. They've got to let the upperclassmen lead. And more importantly, they've got to trust the system. They've got to be confident in the system. And when opportunities come, take advantage of it.
Yeah, it'll be a very good matchup. Battle of the Cavaliers in the WOSL. Typically when these guys play season, Coldwater's with the MAC, Lehman with the NWCC, but a little bit different one with high school soccer. And Coldwater will begin as they won the toss. Got a good crowd on tap here for a Tuesday night. Lehman was supposed to play Saturday against Springfield Central Catholic. That got postponed. This is Coldwater's first scheduled game of the year and both teams' first game.
Coldwater, of course, in the orange and black. They get things started.
And Lehman controls it right away and get it right off the free pass. Working it upfield. Lachey works it up to Magato. Magato, the lead scorer from last year, right away strikes right here in the first minute. And right away, not even 30 seconds in the ball game, Lehman goes ahead 1-0.
I was just getting ready to say this is setting up wonderfully. She got the ball. She got open. One-on-one. When do you see that happen? Well, you just did. Last year she had 49 points, including 21 goals. So she can make a lot of things happen.
And right away, Lehman takes it back easily, pushing it up the field. Like we said, Lehman needing to push the ball. Magato in the box. She strikes again. And not even a minute into the game, and it's 2 goals for Lindsay Magato and a 2-0 Lehman Catholic Cavalier lead.
21 seconds the difference. And again, Magato gets out in the open, and you don't want a one-on-one.
Yeah, that Coldwater defense got to sharpen up for sure. just easily stolen away by the Lehman defense. And let's see if Coldwater can right the wrong. It's 2-0 here on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Right away, worked in the box by Coldwater. Nice save by goalkeeper Heidi Toner.
Noonan with the shot, and that was a pretty nice job.
Good attempt just right at the goalkeeper Toner. Just worked up the sideline.
The real issue there was there wasn't anything to fool the goaltender. Noonan just had a shot. She had to take it, but there wasn't much she could do.
Lehman trying to work the ball in. It is cleared out by Coldwater.
Nice battle inside the block. Coldwater stepping it up after those two early goals.
And it'll be Lehman pushing it up again. It's broken up by Coldwater back to Lehman. Goes out of play, it'll be a throw in for Lehman.
I'm trying to see if there are any real adjustments, and I can't see any. You know, it's just Coldwater is going after it just a little bit more.
Yeah, it's Coach Lisa Brackman's really got to make some adjustments here. Magato just easily twice just pushed up the field. Not a way you want to start your season. Lehman will let that one roll out of play, and we'll have a throw in. 2 40-minute halves. No extra time for this soccer match, and Coldwater will have a substitution. Number 14, Lydia Diploid, a freshman, coming into the ball game for Coach Brackman's squad. And it looks like she replaces number 5, Katie Larkin, as it'll be a throw in for Coldwater. It's controlled easily. Magato up ahead looking for an early hat trick. She makes a move, gets by the goaltender, and an early hat trick for Lindsay Magato. And it's a 3-0 Coldwater lead. Not even 3.5 minutes in this ball game. Gets by the goaltender.
The thing that she did right there, and it was a thing of beauty, she sidestepped, kind of burnt the defender. The goaltender saw it was coming. But again, you know when she gets open, she's going to score. She's only done it 21 times last year, 3 today. And oh, by the way, we still have 36 minutes to play.
In just
in the
first
half.
Yeah. Now Lehman defense just takes it away so easily here. Coldwater struggled to get anything on offense here. It's still early.
You know, I'm not a soccer coach, and I'm going to show that with every word that I say. But you've got to be battling for the ball. You don't get goals unless you're battling for the ball. You got to battle for position. You got to battle to get the ball back. And Coldwater really just needs to step that up. You know, don't get so concerned about scoring. Get concerned about getting the ball.
Yeah, possession very key here. As Lehman gets the ball off the throw in, we'll work it up the sideline.
Nice, good passes as they're starting to get something set up. Staying with it.
Battle in the box. Long shot off the post. The follow, good. And there's a goal for the Lehman Cavaliers. It's Mallory Kramer on the follow. Right off the post. She was in the right place at the right time, and Coldwater gets on the board here.
And that's the way you have to do it. Hit off the post, as you mentioned. Got her off balance. Couldn't react quick enough. And Kramer was there to plant it in the back of the net.
And again, Magato looking for a 4th goal here early on. And it'll be a corner for Lehman. Nice defense there by Coldwater.
Katie Noonan got on her horse, knew what was coming. She had to get in position, and she cleared it away.
So it'll be a corner kick. The first of the day for Lehman as they lead 3-1 on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard. The cross, good out battle, and Magato denied. And finally, goalkeeper Elise Kramer wins the battle here on the corner.
Kramer knew exactly what she had to do, and that was protect the ball at all costs.
It'll be a throw in for Coldwater on the sideline.
Again, we're seeing more aggressiveness from Coldwater.
And up ahead, Magato, but she'll be away for offsides. Good call there by the sideline referee as they wave their hand up. And a first game of the high school sports year for me, Dean. Well, welcome to have a lot of new sponsors this year. Grand Lake Health Systems being one of them. As there's a battle for the ball. And Coldwater will retain possession here. Right back up to Lehman. Cleared up ahead, that'll go to Toner. He will gather it and clear it for Lehman. Controlled by Lehman, or by Coldwater, excuse me. Worked up ahead here. Lehman gets it off the turnover. Magato trying to battle for it. She's up in the open. She's looking on the cross. Too long. And Coldwater will clear it out, and Lehman will reset the attack.
Coldwater almost overplayed that.
Now work it up ahead. And Kramer will fall on it. Number 12, Olivia Monin, just hit it up a little too far ahead.
Oh, and by the way, if you didn't get enough scoring from Lindsay Magato, Grace Monin, she only scored 16 last year.
And Lehman working it up again. Up 3-1 here on Coldwater in the Battle of the Cavaliers here in Coldwater on this August night. And a long, desperate shot there by Tori Lachey will go into the hands of Elise Kramer. A lot of scoring here early on. Lindsay Magato opens this game with 2 goals in the first minute and a half, Dean. And she added on by scoring 3 goals in the first 5 minutes and a hat trick. But a goal by Mallory Kramer from Coldwater has put them right back in this ball game. Coldwater too far on the clear. It'll fall in the hands of Heidi Toner. And she'll boot it upfield. 50-50 ball goes the way of Lehman. They're pushing it. Noelle Dexter up in the box. And it deflects off of Coldwater. It'll be the second Lehman corner of the night, Dean.
That's the second time tonight that Katie Noonan has come up big with a stop. May not have been a score, but the way that Lehman could make things happen, why take the chance?
And here off the corner, ball go long off the post. Nice to have Coldwater here as a new NKTelco team as they bring in a couple substitutions in Brianna Keller and Emma Boley, a freshman and a senior for Coach Brackman's squad. But it's nice to have Coldwater, great school with a lot of athletic talent, covering all over every sport, fall, winter, and spring. So glad to have them with us this year. And the ball goes right out in front of the Lehman bench. It'll be a throw-in for Coldwater. Yeah, and a big thank you to Grand Lake Health for sponsoring all these games. All these sponsors have really helped out, and we've really expanded, and it's nice to see all these new schools that we'll be able to bring you this year. Ball open in the 4 in the box, and there's a goal for Coldwater. Brianna Keller, who just subs back in, has cut the deficit to 3-2 here on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard, Dean.
Little bit of confusion there in the goal, and Coldwater took advantage of it.
Yeah, the Lehman defensive communication's been their only really downfall here. Coldwater's been in the right place at the right time, both times to score both their goals here.
And let's be honest here. You score 2 goals within 21 seconds of each other early on in the first minute and a half. Doesn't set really well for your squad if you're Coldwater. But they've made the adjustments. They've understand the value of ball possession. You know, and clearly Lehman has a lot of offensive weapons, but Coldwater has a lot of heart, or we're seeing a lot more heart in the last 10 minutes.
Trying to work it up ahead. Turner will come out and get the ball to clear it for Lehman. And clean it up ahead. And Ava Gear trying to work it in the box, but Toner will come ahead and clamp down on it. Toner boots it up ahead, controlled on off the head of Noonan. And we'd like to thank some of our sponsors, Grand Lake Health Systems, American Trim, First National Bank, Winners Meats, NKTelco, Frost Roofing, Hometown Opportunity, Minster Bank, Ply Gym, Precision Strip, Schwederman Pharmacies. Our keys to the game are brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Our replays by Winner Meats, Player of the Game, NKTelco. And our scoreboard, which reads Lehman 3, Coldwater 2, is always brought to you by First National Bank. Think first. Worked up ahead, Magato looking for a 4th goal. The cross, and it's in. And that goal is going to be on Noelle Dexter with the assist from Magato. And just like that, it's a 2-goal lead again for Lehman and Coach Jeremy Lorenzo.
Dexter, a sophomore, one of those newcomers for this team. Well, seeing a new role for the Cavaliers this season. She scored 2 goals last year. Now, you don't ever want to see a goal. But if you're Coldwater, you had 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 orange and black jerseys in the goal mouth. At least they had to battle for it. It wasn't a breakaway shot. It wasn't a one-on-one.
Lehman controlling the ball off the initial kick-in. I believe there may have been an offsides call, and Coldwater will have a free kick from near midfield. Coldwater controlling it. Lehman has the numbers. And go right back into Lehman's hands and try to push it up. And a battle between the 12s here from Lehman and Coldwater. Brianna Kramer and Olivia Monin. And Coldwater wins. They've tried pushing the box, but it'll be try to be cleared out here. Monin clears it back out. And just a big mess right now as Coldwater controls it. Try to kick it in the box. Cleared out by Hope Anthony. And Lehman controls it. Up ahead to Magato. She tries to split it. She's going past Katie Noonan, looking for her 4th goal. Stopped by Kramer, right short of the line, and cleared out by Noonan. That was almost a complete disaster there for Coldwater. And they'll kick it out and clear it for a throw-in. And you see the replay here. And it goes right to the line, and nice save there by Coldwater.
Didn't have much room for error, that's for sure.
And some substitutions, Evie Olding in for Coach Lorenzo's squad. As Lehman pushing it up ahead. Magatos trying to split the defense. And another Coldwater clear. Ball go off Lehman.
I said I can, not that I'm good.
And a throw in will be bounced around. Looking to see who takes control here. It's Dexter up to Magato and just wide of the post. Lindsay Magato looking for her 4th goal. Just a little high.
I think if you're a Coldwater fan or a coach or a player, you'd like to see the ball on the other side of the field a little more.
Yeah, possession's so key. We talk about in basketball being no shot clock. It's the same with soccer. You see Ava Bear kicks up the field. Push up ahead by Coldwater. Monty and the defender gets it up. Push up Anna Cienciola. Up ahead, Magato running for the ball. She's onside. She's in the box. She's going to attempt to score. Up to Dexter, and she'll put it in. And Noelle Dexter with her 2nd goal tonight. And will give the assist to Lindsay Magato. Them two have been a deadly combo tonight for Coach Lorenzo's squad. And they leave 5-2. And we still have 23 minutes to play in the first half.
And that's simply a case of players that have played with each other a long time and anticipate what's going to happen, and that's what they did. And scoring on the rebound. I mean, it wasn't even any hesitation. All reaction.
And that's great teamwork, like you said, Dean. As Coldwater working it up. Kendall Bird. And it'll go off Lehman, and it'll stay Coldwater possession. No extra time here. This isn't like the World Cup that you see on the professional stage. Just 42-minute halves instead of 2 45-minute halves. Yep. That's just we see Coldwater kicking up ahead. Shot right to Toner by Ava Gear. Looking for a goal. Still remains 5-2 here on our First National Bank. Looking for a scoreboard. I'm Brandon Coburn along with Dean Jackson here at Coldwater High School. As Magato working it up ahead to Dexter. She's looking for a hat trick just wide. Nice cross there from Magato. And Dean, I just love this connection from Magato to Dexter or Dexter to Magato. It's been there all night.
Oh, yeah, there's so many of them that they could have. But, yeah, for sure. And don't forget Olivia Monin.
Yeah. She's doing well on the defensive side of the ball. We see Ella Black, a midfielder, substitute in for Coach Lorenz's team, and she kicks it right up ahead to Dexter. And Dexter will turn it right back over, and they'll turn it right back over to Lehman.
And really what you're seeing is the difference between a program that has consistency and tradition. Lehman Catholic, a 14-5 season last year. They were regional runners-up, district champs, winning the conference. And a team that, is still struggling to find itself. And they don't have the numbers either in Coldwater in terms of returning players. Just 7 players returned from last year. Returning starters, I should say.
Yeah, very young team in the WOSL here. You'll see Lehman in most of their other sports form a new conference as Dexter up ahead looking for the hat trick, and she's got it. Noelle Dexter with a hat trick for Lehman, and they're up ahead 6-2 on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard.
It's really just become a track meet at this point. There was a span where Coldwater had gut and had a heart. We still have plenty of soccer to play, but Coldwater has to stay focused and, again, stay confident in the system. First game of the season. There's a lot of new faces, a lot of new things to learn, and you're playing against a great team.
A tough assignment for Coach Brackman's squad, first game.
Coaches like to talk about having a short memory. That means you forget what happened and you move on. You learn from it, you move on.
There'll be a throw in here for Lehman. As we still got half of the first half to play here. And it's up ahead. Olivia Monin working her way in the box, makes a move, and it'll be well off the mark, and it'll be a goal kick for Coldwater. And Kramer will kick it back in for Coldwater. He worked up the field. Lehman pushing it up on their side of the field. Get around the Coldwater defense. And a first game of the year for both teams, so really try to find an identity here. As play in the box, no foul call. Magato will go right through the uprights. She doesn't get 3 points of that, but it'll be a goal kick for Coldwater. As I saw the football team practicing earlier, next week, Friday, the opening of the OHSAA season. And we'll have a lot of games on tap this year for you on NKTelco Sports. Be a throw in here for Coldwater. And worked around. That's a nice move by Mallory Kramer. She gets it up ahead. She's battling for it. Nice clear out by Lehman. That ball's out on Lehman, or on Coldwater. Will go the way of Lehman. Couple substitutions. It'll be Katie Noonan and Ava Gear in for Coldwater. And it looks like that'll be it for Coach Brackman's squad. And there's a foul up there ahead on Lehman, so there'll be a free kick from midfield. On just under 17 minutes to play here. High scoring contest here, Dean. 6-2, 8 goals in just under 23 minutes. Shot, nice save by Toner. That was right off the boot from Brianna Keller, who has a goal. And another save there by Toner. She had her work cut out for her there, Dean.
Well, and the thing is, too, is you come in with a kick like that, Coldwater's going to have a play that they pull into their bag of tricks. Then they were going to give it something that they're familiar with, something they have a high percentage, and she answered.
Coldwater up in the clear. Shot, saved. That was a nice shot by Colleen O'Leary. Another shot wide from Lindsay Magato. Nice save there by Elise Kramer. Ball will be worked back in for Lehman. It'll be a throw in for Coldwater for Katie Noonan. And Lehman falling to the eventual state champions last year in the regional finals, Cincinnati Country Day, 3-0 last year. So a lot of expectations here for Lehman this year, as they'll battle it out with Anna for tops in the WOSL.
And that's another thing, too, that Lehman has to keep in mind. Sure, they're up 4 goals. They want to continue to stay tough. They want to continue to develop a killer instinct, because it's going to be a long season. This is going to be a great opportunity for a lot of players to get in the game, but they want to stay consistent in the game they want to play, and they want to play consistently tough.
Couple more substitutions. Mallory Kramer and Blair Molenkamp into the ball game. It'll be a throw in for Lehman. So we have a substitution and a stoppage in play. And it'll be for Lehman Ava Bear come in, a senior midfielder. And also tonight with our first presentation going on right now in Fort Laramie is Minster Fort Laramie Volleyball. A lot of area teams open this weekend. And Lehman working it up ahead. And shot on goal just wide for Noella Dexter, looking for her 4th goal tonight. Her and Lindsay Magato are having a little bit of an inner battle here with 3 goals apiece. And up ahead, Lindsay Magato one-on-one, and that was easy for her. A mistake on the clear by Coldwater, and Lindsay Magato with her 4th goal of the game. And Lehman now with a 7-2 lead. And Dean, you do something like that for a player like Lindsay Magato, and that's just going to be too easy for her.
Well, the thing is she's a great player to begin with. She doesn't need any advantages. She makes advantages.
And up ahead, Coldwater will kick it out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Lehman. And the Cavaliers working it around here. Up with a 5-goal lead here on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard. And it looks like there'll be a foul on Lehman. It'll be a free kick for Coldwater. And the Cavs working it around. Tip ahead. But there's 3 white jerseys surrounding the ball. Nice battle there by Brianna Keller to try to get the ball, but going to be a throw-in for Lehman on the Coldwater side of the field here. With still 10:58 remaining here in the first half, a 7-2 Lehman lead. A 4-0 run here for Lehman as they opened up with a 3-0 lead. But Mallory Kramer and Brianna Keller responded with goals for Coach Brackman's team. And ever since then, it's been Noelle Dexter and the Lindsay Magato show. Katie Newen clears it up ahead. And Elise Kramer will clear it up ahead, and it'll go out and be a throw-in for Lehman.
We're going to clearly see Lindsay Magato, and we're going to see Dexter as well play. But we're going to see a lot of younger players get involved in these offensive sets. You know, maybe they'll take short, brief timeouts. But not short, brief timeouts, but they'll do a lot of replacement. We'll still see them. We'll just see more players get involved.
And a poor clear there by Lehman. Gets Ella Black pushing up ahead. But Kramer falls right on it. Right in her grasp. Another poor clear. Magato up in the clear, and Kramer again falls on it. Kramer needs to clear this ball well here, Dean. She's done it twice in a row, kind of poorly. And right back to Lehman. And right back to Kramer. Playing a little back and forth seesaw action here. And the Cavaliers.
Nice job of getting in front of her. Nice job of taking it away.
Nice play there by Haley Schneider to clear the ball out of play. A couple substitutions for Coldwater. Number 13, Jalen Halterman, and Emmy Boyley will check in the game.
And with all respect to Coldwater, they're not going to see too many teams this season with 2 players that have scored more than 35 goals in a season. I mean, there are teams that they'll face that don't score that many the entire year. And these are just 2 players. This is a very powerful offensive team with the Lehman Catholic Cavaliers.
Yeah, offensive power with their forwards. And bodies collide, no foul called. The ball will go the way of the Lehman Catholic Cavaliers. 7:35 remaining. It's a 7-2 ball game. And right up ahead, the cross to Magato from Dexter. Seen that combination, all right. And she kicks it again right to the goalpost of the football bar.
Obviously, she didn't intend to get at that bar. Not so certain she wasn't trying to get it to bank off the post. Maybe set something up on a rebound for a teammate. You know, and then when you're in a game like this, when you're up 5 at a 7-5 score, you try to do things to grow from. I mean, you don't want to get fancy, and you don't want to get outside of what the coaches want you to do, but you get a little more confident, and you can try some things. Not crazy, but you can try some things.
And up ahead here, Lehman resets. Lindsey Jones battling and gets the ball taken away from her. And right there will be a throw in for Coldwater. Ball being worked up ahead. Here comes the Lehman attack. It's Dexter. And battling in the box. Kramer falls on it. Nice piece of defense there by Lydia Diploid, the freshman, battling there for the ball, not letting Dexter score again. Nice play. Coldwater pushed the ball up ahead, but it's cleared right to the goalkeeper, Toner. Playing a little back and forth here. Coldwater pushing the ball up on their side of the field. This is controlled by Lehman now. And it'll be a throw in. And Coldwater working in the box. It's cleared out. And it'll go off. Coldwater will be Lehman possession. And right up ahead, Ella Black of Lehman pushes it up ahead. It's worked around to Magato, showing her craft. Right up ahead to Dexter, and she was offsides clearly. Good call there by the official. You knew as soon as she was going to touch the ball, the hand was going to go up, and offsides is called. That was kind of a little bit of a scoring drought, Dean, for as many goals we had in this half. Oh. A little more defensive oriented. We saw a barrage of goals early on, Dean.
Are you surprised by anything at this point?
I think the big thing is this is my first high school soccer game in a long time, and just figuring out how Lehman would come out after they played last year. And I'm just surprised to see all the offensive firepower they have with Magato and Dexter. So I can take them a long way in the postseason because, you know, they'll be competing with Anna for that WOSL title. And definitely looking for a shot at the regional title. I mean, falling one game short of state. They've got the offensive firepower. Coldwater, their defense at times has been shaky, but at other times it's been solid. So it's pretty much been inconsistent. But that's what you get in game number one a lot of the times, Dean. And 3 minutes to go before half. It's 7-2 here. Lehman ahead of Coldwater on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard. On this new year, our first presentation of the 2019-2020 school year. A lot of action to be brought to you by NKTelco with the addition of 5 new schools: Coldwater, St. Henry, Walpock, St. Mary's, and my alma mater, Dean of Varsity. So excited to see it. I was going around this summer riding my bike often as I am. I saw NKTelco signs sitting out in about every yard. So glad to see a lot of new NKTelco subscribers that they can hear us a lot more often. We have over 130 games on the docket this year, so it's going to be one fun year again. Ball cleared up ahead, and it'll be a throw-in for Coldwater as they look to go on the attack. And Katie Noonan will throw the ball in. Battle for the ball near midfield. Lehman will come away with it. And it's up ahead. It's a breaking free Ella Black. She's in the box, gets it past Kramer, and we have our first goal from a Lehman Cavalier. It's not named Lindsay Magato or Ella Dexter. And now 8-2 Lehman lead. Ella Black, a freshman, her first goal, so congratulations to her on that. Hopefully for her, many more to come over her high school career. And I think the biggest thing Coldwater struggle with is just trying to push the ball up the field. Every time they clear it, they're right in the Lehman's arms. It's a lot of turnover of the ball.
You know, one person that we haven't talked a lot about is Olivia Monaghan. Remember, she scored 16 goals last year. I'm sorry, she scored 2 goals last year. I got my numbers confused here. But still a threat as well. But, you know, this is a team top to bottom. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players that scored 4 goals or more. 4 that scored 9 or more.
And a poor clearance. Black looking for her second goal just wide of the mark. I think she tried to cross it over to Noella Dexter. But just timing a little off there. Will be a goal kick for Kramer.
Coldwater doing a nice job of clogging it too, so it wasn't quite
10,
the crisp, clear shot either.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And the time will run out here on the first half after a half of play. It is Lehman Catholic 8, Coldwater 2. We'll be back after this commercial break here for halftime here on NKTelco Sports.
American Trim's story started in 1951, and our long family legacy continues today. We are a third-generation family-owned business with locations in Sydney and Walpock, and we're hiring for manufacturing positions on first, second, and third shifts. Part-time and full-time positions are available for entry-level and skilled individuals. Please apply at www.amtrim.com or in person. American Trim is a proud sponsor of high school sports and our communities. Come be part of our story.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
At Joint Township District Memorial Hospital, your comfort and care is our #1 priority. Our surgical nerve blocks are a great way to reduce pain and can be used for arm, shoulder, hip, knee, ankle, and foot surgeries. The nerve blocks decrease the stress of surgery on your body, requires less anesthesia and pain medications, and in many cases can offer relief for several days. Visit grandlakehealth.org for details on all of our services.
At CAPT, we use Hometown Opportunity to make sure that when we have a position open within the facility, it gets put on the website.
We've really been excited to see how that has grown so much over the last several years.
If anyone is looking for a job, it's the best place to go.
We really want to do whatever we can to get folks that are from this community back to this area.
I would recommend any manufacturing company that they take a look at it. It's a very good benefit for companies at no cost.
And we're back here at Coldwater High School, and where the Lehman Catholic Cavaliers have an 8-2 lead here over Coldwater here in the first half. A high-scoring first half here for Lehman, particularly from Noelle Dexter and Lindsay Magneto, Dean. Magneto with 4 goals and 2 assists. Noelle Dexter with 3 goals herself, so both of them have a hat trick. What do you think's got to change this half for Lehman for Coldwater to get back in it?
It'll be interesting to see the adjustments that these teams bring out. Because, that's always any game with any type of break. For Coldwater, key for them, they got to continue to have intensity. It's not about scoring goals. It's about battling for the ball. It's about getting in position, and it's about trusting your teammates. It's about getting your teammates involved. There's a lot of things that Coldwater still can use this game for. Granted, they're down 8-2.
And NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of high school varsity girls soccer on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503.
I think we're having some technical difficulties here. I'm not sure if we're okay, so we're being told that we can hear both of us, so we'll just go with that then until you tell us otherwise.
And you can catch the replays on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on 503. Catch the replays Wednesday, August 21st at 8 p.m. and Saturday, August 24th at 6 p.m. You can also watch the games on demand on the NKTelco Sports Facebook page and at nktelco.com. So here we go, battle Lindsay Magatos. They switch sides on the pitch here. And a nice save by Elise Kramer, denying Lindsay Magneto with a nice shot on target there. So we play into the second half here. And kicked up ahead. 2 40-minute halves here for high school soccer, no extra time is applied as it is on the international stages that you see or in MLS. A very dominant Lehman team flexing its muscle here early here in Coldwater here on a warm Tuesday night.
Now that's something we didn't see a lot in the first half as fouls called.
Wasn't a whole lot of physicality that first half, Dean, you're right. So we'll see more of that to come. And it'll be a free kick for Coldwater and the foul on Lehman. It'll be number 16, Haley Schneider, to kick. And it'll just fall right to Heidi Toner. And Toner will clear it out here. And poor clear there by Toner. and it will go the way of Lehman. That's one thing you like when the ball gets out of bounds. You know, they're ready to go ahead and throw it right back in. Up ahead, Noel Dexter in the box, loose, fires for a fourth goal, deflected by Kramer. Shot right on target there.
That was a possession for Lehman that had nothing but bad news written all over it for Coldwater.
But at least Kramer stepped up and made the play there, Dean.
Well, and we also had a Coldwater player in Megan Ziegler who came in there and clogged it up. But it's hard to defend against two players.
Uh-huh. Yeah, just like any sport.
You know, it's like picking your poison. You go right, you go left, she's going to get burnt, but the goaltender comes up with the stop.
Nicely worked up ahead here by Janelle Halterman. A little more life in this Coldwater team. Ava Gear working it upfield. She works it in the box. Ball bounced to Heidi Toner. And Lehman looking to reset here. And we saw a barrage of goals in that first half, Dean. I mean, it was right away. Lindsay Magato comes out, boom, boom, boom. And, you know, a goal from Noelle Dexter, and it was 3-0 in a blink of an eye. And the offense has kind of been a little slower here lately. Even though we saw 10 goals, which is a lot in general, but a lot for high school as well, here in one half. So you can hear us fine, Scott. We just can't hear ourselves. Okay, perfect. And got Lehman working up the field. It's Dexter. She works up ahead to Lindsay Magato. And now it's received in the box. Pass through Dexter. Going around. Right past Kramer and a goal. Noelle Dexter.
You know, again, no answer. You can't answer that. You got a double barrel shotgun that is able to score from anywhere.
And I know I've worked one game with you. I've worked 2 games with you before, and I know you're the master of analogies. Double
I don't know about
shotgun. I love that, and that's a good one. If any Lehman fans are listening to, that's what they can call these 2 tonight: double barrel shotgun.
If
or
they
just
can
double trouble.
I'm sorry. If they can maintain any semblance of what this game showed, Lehman Catholic will be hard to beat. They were hard to beat last year. And, of course, you know, they need more punch of scoring like they need a hole in the head.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see them face fellow NKTelco score Anna. That'll be a big WOSL showdown, probably to determine the league champion. Long shot off the mark there from number 10, Ella Manan. A defender trying to get an offensive moment of glory. And just 6 minutes into the second half, 9-2 here on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard. And Coldwater is in an offensive drought, scored them 2 goals to cut the deficit to 3-2, but it's been all Lehman ever since. As Elise Kramer falls on the ball. And Lehman gets it and will set their attack up in midfield. And kicked up ahead to Olivia Monin. She attacks right at Kramer. There's a save and another save. Nice hold there by Elise Kramer, who, like you said, Dean, she's had a tough night. I mean, you see 9 goals, you're like, what the heck's going on with the goalie? She has just had a tough night. A lot of breakaways for Lehman, a lot of 2-on-1s, 1-on-1s. And most of the times in soccer, that doesn't go the goalkeeper's way.
No, and you can't have that happen. You can't have multiple 1-on-1 situations. She got a big break right there. I mean, again, another 1-on-1 there.
Yeah,
Not the same style, not the breakaways we saw earlier there, but still, one-on-one.
The post was her friend there for sure. I said, shanked off for Ella Black, who has 1 goal. She has the only non-Magato Dexter goal this game.
Okay, imagine this. If you've got a team that they can get penalty kicks on you, they can just do shots on goal, you at least have some type of guessing game that you know what way they're going to go. But one-on-one, a breakaway like that, you've got the speed, you got the advantage. Again, just hard to defend that.
And Lindsay Magato works her way through a sea of feet. And her 5th goal of the game. And she has 2 assists to go along with it. So 7 points for Magato. Looks like she's going to be able to top the area leaderboards here early on this year for points. Let's look at our winner quality meet replay just there a moment ago, and a nice play. And just got through a sea of feet. And I don't like that right there from Coldwater. Poor clear. They just kicked it right into the Lehman defense in the 3 white shirts. Almost like they just didn't want the ball.
And again, it's first game of the season. You still have to learn things. And I don't care if you're a senior or you're a freshman, first games will have first game issues.
And it'll be a throw in here on Coldwater. I'd like to thank Green Lake Health System for presenting you this NKTelco production here tonight. This ball is kicked up ahead, and it'll be a throw in for Coldwater right in front of the Lehman bench. Ball kicked up ahead. Dexter's got a one-on-one. She's looking for her 4th goal. She looks ahead. She fires and she scores.
Just so wide open.
And it is an 11-2 lead. As you look at the replay, she gets the one-on-one. She gets her angle. Elise Kramer just really can do nothing but just stick her arms out and hope. And it's an 11-2 ball game here now for Lehman.
You know, in some of those goals, she could be Plastic Man with arms that stretch, and that still wouldn't be enough.
Yeah, you're right. And clear going up ahead for Coldwater, looking for Bird. Be deflected out of the box and worked around by Lehman with a 9-goal lead. It'll be a throw in for Coldwater. Kicked around in the box. Lehman looking to get loose. And the ball is controlled back by Coldwater. Back up to Ella Black of Lehman. Cavaliers pushing it past midfield. And a shot on goal there by Tori Lachey. All right, in the hands of Elise Kramer.
I don't know that this is necessarily something that they do in practice or a training drill, but you almost wonder if you're Coldwater, you get all your scorers, all your players on the line, and just go one by one until the goalkeeper has to stop them all.
Yeah. Be a tough assignment as the ball is cleared. Coldwater's past few possessions have gotten the ball up a little better. They scored them 2 goals to strike back within 3-2, but they have not been able to get anything going offensively otherwise. So, something Coach Brackman will have to address. They get the throw and work their way in the box. It's a 50-50 ball. Go the way of Coldwater. Right back turned over to Lehman. And working up ahead is Lynchy Jones. She misses. Teammate will work right up the field here. Brandon Coverman along here with Dean Jackson here on this Tuesday night in Coldwater. For WOSL action opening night for both teams here. Lehman was supposed to play the Springfield Central Catholic Fighting Irish Saturday, but that game was postponed.
Why was it postponed?
I do not know, Dean. I actually saw it on the WOSL website to look at the record of the team, and it said PPD next to it. So.
Well, you know it wasn't for weather.
No, it was not.
Because they'll still play.
Yeah, they will. Even though at home today I got 9/10 of rain dumped down at my house in about a span of 25 minutes. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wondered how slick the field was going to be, but I don't think we've had any issue. And I don't think that's enough to really have any concern anyways. Most of these fields are pretty well drained at this point.
Yep, for sure. And see Kendall Bird battling. And the ball goes out. It'll be a throw-in for Coldwater.
You know, it's really amazing. You look at this field, you know it's a football field. You see the white lines, but after a couple seconds, you don't see them anymore.
Yeah. It's a little different. The out-of-bounds lines are a little wider than it is on the football field. I'm sure these Coldwater fans are anxious for the football to start up here soon. And there's a breakaway for Lehman. And Elise Kramer falls right on the ball.
I will actually be doing a Coldwater football game week number 2 against Mount Healthy in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I know you work for Spectrum there, so that'll be good to see. A couple area teams. Mount Healthy gonna have a good team this year?
Haven't even started researching yet.
Haven't. Are they Division 5?
Haven't even started researching yet.
Yeah, don't even know that point. All right.
I'm still enjoying my summer.
Yeah, I bet you are. As positive upfield work for Coldwater. Shot on goal there for Emma Ayers, the senior.
I'm going to tell you a little bit of a secret, and I probably shouldn't say this, but I try to be very hyper-focused on the games that I do. I'll set up a file, and I'll put things in there, and then maybe 10 days out, I start digging a little more, start finding tones, start finding trends, and that's how I do it. Other people are different, but I feel like it's my job to know everything there is to know about that game. And of course, you can't learn everything there is to know.
Uh-huh. As the ball goes out, it'll go the way back of Coldwater.
But we do know this. If it's football in the MAC or anything in the MAC, it's going to be good.
Yeah, for sure. Especially at the Coldwater level. Haley Schneider comes in for Coach Brackman's squad. Give a hot potato being played here. Go right into the Lehman bench and I'll throw in for Coldwater. And substitution back in for Coldwater, number 18, Emma Boyley, a senior. And Lehman gaining control, but pushed back up by Coldwater. battle in the box. It'll be right off Kendall Bird. It'll be a goal kick here for Heidi Toner, I believe. Or maybe not. Maybe they're setting up for corner. Kind of a distance away. It's hard to see what the refs indicate. It looks like it'll be the first Coldwater corner of the night. Here off the set piece. Ball's taken wide and mishandled. It'll be a goal kick for Heidi Toner.
You got to say, though, that got a great vantage point from the football press box. Sometimes you'll do a soccer game and you're basically sitting at a table at the sideline.
And sitting right where the Coldwater coaches will be sitting here week 1. Next week against Kenton Ridge. Or Kenton, I believe. I think it is. They always play to open the season. Right where some of the position coaches will be at, talking in their headsets. Or Coach Ott and squad.
Brandon, we were talking about doing the games in Cincinnati, which I'm absolutely looking forward to. But best part is, when I was a kid, I always dreamed about doing games in Cincinnati. And I like Cincinnati. I'm just glad I don't have to live there. And there's nothing wrong with Cincinnati. Home's home. So I just go in for the games and come home.
Yeah. Since Cincinnati myself last night, love that city. But I like my old small town life too, so kind of works out. And Mallory Kramer and Kaya Baker come in for Coldwater.
I had a chance to do a job at a big radio station in Cincinnati, and I interviewed and they offered it. It just didn't seem right. Everybody's like, why didn't you take it? I said, because it wasn't home.
Yeah. Home is where the heart is. That's what they say.
Again, we're starting to see new parts of this offense coming out for Lehman Catholic.
And immediately an offsides called there. And you could see it right as the ball was kicked. You saw the white jersey way ahead of the Coldwater defense. Pretty clear call there for the official. Battling back and forth position, cleared up ahead for Coldwater. Olivia Amano will kick it back to Heidi Toner. She'll kick it up ahead for the Lehman attack. And we see Ava Gear working the box. And Toner comes and smothers it. All worked up ahead and recovered by the Cavaliers. And it will go the way of Lehman. Katie Noonan and Chanel Halterman come in for Coldwater. So we got 17:45 remaining here in this Titanic struggle.
Favorite term ever.
And I know it's
Titanic struggle.
And I was at the game last night, and saw the attendance, and that was the first thing I thought. I sat right down the third baseline, looked up at 700 WLW booth, saw Marty sitting in a pink shirt. And interesting to say, Dean, for us guys that do TV and radio, that at one of the last homestands, they're doing a game where the first 20,000 fans get a free transistor radio. And the WLW is going to cut the 7-second delay so you can listen to it in real time if you're at the game, if you're a fan of Marty. And that's pretty cool for us guys in the broadcast industry that like to listen to him, you know. So
it's a big old have mercy. It's funny as you go to games and you find yourself saying things. So many times I'll sit back and I go, I just said that.
Yeah, I agree. A lot of people will come up when I started to broadcast a few years ago and they're like, what the heck did you say that? I'm like, it just comes out. Sometimes you just can't plan when you have a certain moment what to say because there's so many possibilities.
I think for Marty Brenneman, one of the strong suits, one of his trademarks is that he, as much as he was a homer, he wasn't a homer. He would call out visitor and home for poor play, poor effort equally.
As it should
Chicago.
be. As it should be. Ball kicked up ahead.
And Brandon, I would say there would be games that I would do for teams where I was the team announcer. And a couple times, not a lot, but more than once, I'd get called into the office and say, hey, you need to be a little more sympathetic to the team. And I said, I can't, okay. But the team should play better too. Which didn't go over well.
Let me see a free kick here for Lehman. Booted right up ahead to Elise Kramer.
I'm a little surprised there because I would have expected some type of set play coming off of the sideline kick.
Really a handball there for Coldwater. Off the free kick. Right back out of bounds. And Emma Bully back in for Coach Brackman's squad. And just about 14 minutes to play. It's an 11-2 lead here. We'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's games. Grand Lake Health System, American Trim, First National Bank, Winners Meats, NKTelco, Frost Roofing, Hometown Opportunity, Minster Bank, Plygem, Precision Strip, Schwaderman Pharmacies. Our keys to the game are brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Our replays are brought to you by Winners Meats. Player of the game brought to you by NKTelco. And our scoreboard, which reads Lehman 11, Coldwater 2, is brought to you by First National Bank. Think first.
No, we got a real job to pick a player of the game.
We do.
I think we got two choices.
We do, but it will be a very close call, Dean. I agree. A nice defense there by Elise Kramer. Hold on to the ball, and she will clear it out. And Coldwater will have a throw in right in front of their bench. Lehman pushing it up ahead. Number 15, Evie Olding.
Yeah, it never fails. No matter what game you go to, no matter how prepared you are, there's going to be a roster that doesn't match up with the numbers you got.
Nope. And shot off the post there for Lehman for O'Leary. Coldwater back to controlling it. You know, Coldwater had their 2 offensive goals, you know, back to back. So pretty much, other than that, their offense has been non-existent besides maybe this play right here.
Nice crossover.
It's a good move by Mallory Kramer, who has one of those 2 goals. And a wave of substitutions coming in for Coach Lorenzo's team. As well as a new goalkeeper. Give Heidi Toner a rest. It'll be Samantha Clayton. She'll get some time.
Give her a rest and, of course, give the new goaltender some minutes. You can't get game experience at the varsity level any other way than playing in a varsity game.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of these guys are young, so they're freshmen. They get through front, right in the fire. To come from junior high to varsity is a long way to come. I see it all the time. Either they live up to it or they kind of just go back in the shell. So it's a big jump. It's tough. Be a throw in here for Lehman. Throw it right in the box. It's kicked around. Ella Black with the shot, and it's held together by Elise Kramer. And 10 minutes to play here. Still 11-2 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. So you know, Dean, if you're Coldwater, they're down 9 goals. You've had to face basically a 2-headed monster tonight. What are you saying if you're Coach Brackman after this game?
Well, I don't think that you would say it's a 2-headed monster because it's more than just 2 people. But very prolific offensive team with 2 highly prolific scorers. So I get what you're saying. But I think you take those 2 players out, Lehman Catholic still has a lot of potent offense.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe a player down the field.
I think if you're Coldwater, you say, okay, what did we do well? Did we pursue? Were we tough? Were we physical? Did we continue to pursue the ball? When we were tired, did we stay focused? And much the same for Lehman. Did we take advantage of our opportunities? Did we push it when we needed to? Did we trust our system? When openings came, did we know when to do it? Was it second nature? Did you hesitate? You know, and there's going to be a big difference between game number 1 to game number 2, number 3.
And coming off the injury was Brianna Keller. She does have one of the 2 Coldwater goals. Kind of if you look at the Lehman sideline compared to the Coldwater sideline, one thing that Coach Lorenzo has is a little deeper bench. Overall, you only see 5 girls sitting on Coach Brackman's bench. It makes a difference. A free kick here for Coldwater.
Lehman shows 7 players on their roster that are substitutes. I think they have more than that.
I think they do too, maybe. Just depends probably if this JV game that night or not. Coldwater pushing up ahead.
You know, I think if you're looking at Lehman right now, you tell your younger players, because these are certainly younger players, need to be more aggressive, force things a little bit. Don't wait for it to happen. Because I think you see some hesitancy for Lehman right now. You know, a little bit of watching. You don't see that for Varsity. But again, first game of the season, these are substitutes.
And pushing up ahead. Smellery Kramer trying to get it.
Now this may put me in trouble, but if you're Coldwater, this is a time when you want to score for no other reason than just pride. At one point, it was 3-2. And it was really a different game for about a 5-10 minute span.
Yeah, for sure. And Lehman's really just took all that momentum and really took it to Coldwater here. See O'Leary up in the box. Nice shot, but deflected by Kramer. Kind of volleyball set it there. Now ball being pushed up ahead for Coldwater. And it'll be smothered by Clayton. 6:10 to go, 11-2 ball game here. And we'd just like to remind you that NKTelco Sports and sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of high school varsity soccer on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on 503. You can catch the replays Wednesday, August 21st at 8 p.m. and Saturday, August 24th at 6 p.m. You can also watch the games on demand on the NKTelco Sports Facebook page and at nktelco.com. And Brandon Coburn along here with Dean Jackson. My first game of the 2019-2020 school year. My fourth year of broadcasting, so kicking it off here with you tonight in Coldwater. Did some games at my homeschool alumni tournament last week, so got me a little prepared for this. A little different than slow pitch softball. And the orange and black work it upfield. A long shot.
Hit the net.
Top of the goal from Ava Gear. Ball cleared up ahead. And it'll be a battle for the ball. A substitution, Ava Bear will come in for Coach Lorenzo's team. In these last few minutes here, that looks like it'll be a Lehman victory. They'll get a 1-0 on the season. Likewise, in the WOSL League, it'll be the opposite for the Coldwater Cavaliers. And right in front of the goal on the rebound. No good. Nice shot on goal there. We don't have that player's number, however, number 29 is.
Well, her parents know who she is. Her teammates know who she is.
That's all that matters. Right ahead O'Leary in the box. She got a shot on goal, a chip shot, just wide. And 3 minutes left to play in this 80-minute contest. Katie Noonan will clear it from the box. And you know, Dean, I'm going on a trip to St. Louis in a couple of days, so I'm going to go to my Cardinals game, and always kind of a lifetime achievement was to go see all 30 ballparks, so I'll check number 3 off my list.
Oh, cool.
So looking forward to that this week. I'll have over half the NL Central done now with Cincinnati and Wrigley, and now Busch Stadium Thursday. Still a lot more to go, though.
There's those companies that have stadium tours, but I don't think that'd be as much fun.
No. Maybe maybe it'll be a retirement thing. And goal kick pushed up ahead here for Coldwater. I'll kick it right back to Lehman. Did you watch any of that Women's World Cup this summer, Dean?
I did.
And that's just fantastic watching the United States women's team. And free shot up ahead here. Play in the box. Nothing called. A physical battle.
It really is. Coldwater wasn't going to let them score. Lehman was bound and determined to score.
And that's that pride you talked about there earlier with Coldwater. And I like that defensive battle late in the game. You know, you're down 9. That's a positive to look at.
And realistically, that was a point-blank shot.
Under a minute to go here. Just drawing out the remaining seconds here. Working the box, Kramer will pick it up. It was so fun watching them women from the United States team. I mean, just handle the competition the way they did. And just really bringing soccer to a new height, a level that us Americans don't really get to see.
10, 9, 8, 7.
And the final seconds are draining out here at Cavaliers Stadium. And the clock hits triple zeros. And that is the final. It is Lehman 11, Coldwater 2. We'll head to commercial break. Give you the final stats and report and player of the game here on NKTelco Sports.
At CAPT, we use hometown opportunity to make sure that when we have a position open within the facility, it gets put on the website.
We've really been excited to see how that has grown so much over the last several years.
If anyone is looking for a job, it's the best place to go.
We really want to do whatever we can to get folks that are from this community back to this area.
I would recommend any manufacturing company that they take a look at it. It's a very good benefit for companies at no cost.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Hello, New Bremen. I'm Matt Everidge with NKTelco, and we're here for you for your cable, telephone, and internet services.
Hey, Minster. This is Nate Henry with NKTelco, and we're here for you for your existing cable TV, internet, and phone service.
Hey, New Knoxville. I am Wesley Meyer at NKTelco. We are here for you and your customer service needs.
Hey, Maria Stein. I'm Ken with NKTelco, and we are here for you with hometown pride.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
At Joint Township District Memorial Hospital, your comfort and care is our #1 priority. Our surgical nerve blocks are a great way to reduce pain and can be used for arm, shoulder, hip, knee, ankle, and foot surgeries. The nerve blocks decrease the stress of surgery on your body, requires less anesthesia and pain medications, and in many cases can offer relief for several days. Visit grandlakehealth.org for details on all of our services.
Back here at Coldwater High School, where the Lehman Catholic Cavaliers defeat the Coldwater Cavaliers by a final score of 11-2. And Dean, our player of the game from Lehman, really set the tone early. Lindsay Magato with all her 5 goals and a couple assists there to really help out Lehman win this victory.
She scored 2 goals in 22 seconds. That really said, okay, we're here to set the tone. It's our game. We're going to take it. But the most important thing is the first game of the season, just setting the tone. Watch for Lehman Catholic to do great things this year. We also saw the development of a second player. Well, not necessarily the development. We saw the emergence of a second scoring threat. So, kind of a coming out party for Lehman Catholic if they weren't a secret before. If they were a secret before, they're not now.
Yeah, for sure, and Noelle Dexter really hopped out 4 goals tonight herself. So Lehman rolling over their first win of the year. They moved to 1-0. Coldwater and Lisa Brackman's squad moves to 0-1. So that'll wrap it up for us here tonight. For our director, Scott Robinson, assisted by Ian Bolheimer. On camera, we have Tanya Wisman. For Dean Jackson, I'm Brandon Coderman saying good night, everyone.